So the 12 Towers project has been running since the start of 2020, and we've been looking at sites along the Rulewater that are associated with the Earl of Hertford's raid in September of 1545, when an English army kind of went on quite a large-scale raid through the borders and burned lots of tower sites and villages and things like that. So we've been sort of surveying and recording sites that have been associated with that. And now we're here at Bedrule Castle. Bedrule Castle is a medieval castle. We think it was built in about the 13th century by the Comyn family, and it then passes after the Wars of Independence, or the First Wars of Independence and Bannockburn, it passes to the Douglas family, and then the Turnbull family sort of end up with it. And then we think it was also destroyed, or partially was destroyed in 1545. And we are here doing some digging to sort of try and get some sort of preliminary information about the site. We got some funding from Build Back a Better Borders and the Scottish Borders Council. So we've opened 4 trenches, trenches 1, 2, 3 and 4. And it was a sort of kind of smallish scale evaluation. The site's never been excavated before, it has been surveyed before, but we were just sort of checking to see what the preservation of the kind of below ground archaeology is like, and see if we can pick up any dating evidence and any evidence that the site was destroyed in 1545. So we're working with a lot of local volunteers. They've come from, we put adverts out over social media and people kind of got in touch. There's representatives from quite a few archaeology societies in the borders, and there's also been loads of school groups.
I'm Roger Hemming. I'm a resident of tiny Bedrule here. What brought me out today was, I suppose, because a leaflet landed in the house advertising archaeological digging possibilities and also a number of workshops. And having lived in tiny Bedrule, population under 30, having lived here for 35 plus years, this is a really exciting thing for the hamlet, I guess you would call it. And there was a funny moment when I was putting on some trousers in my bedroom up there, and I thought, how many people can put their trousers on and look out onto an archaeological dig, from their own front door. I've lived in Bedrule for more than 30 years, and there are other exciting things that have happened here, but not on this sort of scale. This is, non-routine, and I feel really thrilled that Bedrule has been chosen, because I've no doubt there's lots of competition for funds and staff and things, so it's just great that you're actually here.
My name's Tim Smith. I'm a council member on the Hoyk Archeological Society, and it was through being a member of that organisation that I found out about this dig that we're now on. Well, this is the first dig I've ever done as an archaeologist, as a digger. I've been here 3 days. I've been working in 2 of the trenches, basically doing cleaning back and unearthing.
My name's Gary Husband. I recently became a trustee of Archeology Scotland, and I wanted to experience a dig from start to finish, so I've come for the whole 10 days just to see how everyone's working together, how the digs run, how the trenches are run, and how all the schools' work is coordinated on site as well. It's been wonderful, it's been superb. I had a really wonderful week, really friendly people, lots and lots of interesting things to find out. Yeah, it's been really good.
We have found, on the first day we found a spindle whorl, which is quite interesting, although that was potentially maybe a bit later than the medieval period. We're starting to pick up some walls. We found a lot of tumble. So there was definitely, a large stone-built structure or structures here, which is good. And it seems like most of the tumble maybe occurred over one phase, so maybe it all did come down at the same time, or roughly the same time. And we're hoping over the next couple of days that we'll be able to pinpoint where some of the wall faces were.
My claim to fame is just finding some tiny bits of charcoal, which I'm told was significant, but when I found it, I didn't really think of it as highly significant.
Well, we're finding a lot of fallen rubble, which is what you'd expect from castle walls. I did make a find which was completely unexpected, which was a piece of worked flint, so probably 6,000 years old, and not at all what we're expecting to find in the middle of a castle. We did find some some floor tile in the trench behind me, trench 3, earlier this morning. So hopefully we're coming down onto some more interesting archaeology now.
Well, I think I found a wall in trench 3 there, finally, and just this morning a piece of what we think is floor tile has come up from there as well. And Tim found a piece of worked flint in there yesterday morning, I think that was.
There's a great sort of camaraderie. I mean, if you'd said a couple of weeks ago that I would have enjoyed 3.5 days on this hilltop, well, I do like summits, so yes, it would have always appealed, but there seems to be a great sort of feeling, a great sense of teamwork amongst you guys and the volunteers that I've met as well. And of course, the other aspect is bringing the school children along. It's a unique opportunity for them. And you know, that they are the archaeologists of the future, I guess, so it's really important that they see live archaeology going on.
So, as I say, it's the first time I've done this, and it's great to be out here. Okay, it's a lovely fresh air, working with some interesting people, and also, you know, you never know what you're going to find. You know, the next trowel scrape, who knows?